What's up guys, ArchAngel Manga here and welcome to episode 7 of the Sunday Archive. I'm glad I've got time to do this today because I do want to keep up with these weekly videos. A few topics I want to discuss. Well, one topic I want to discuss. I'm going to be answering your questions from last week's video, basically telling you what I'm currently watching, what I'm currently reading. So we'll start with that. I'm still reading the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service. I'm currently on volume 12, which is the last volume that I own. There's 14 volumes out in English, so hopefully I will be getting the next 2 volumes pretty soon. But after I finish this volume, I'll be starting a new series. What that will be is something I haven't decided yet. After what I'm watching, I'm currently watching Mushishi Zoki's show. The video before this is actually the review of episode 1 with Sun Wukong. So if you want to go check that out, by all means go ahead and do that as well. Check his channel out as well. He's one of my favourite YouTubers. I'm actually going to be starting Bacano. I think I actually even said that last week. I need to start this Bacano. I've literally left it just stood on my shelf like this just to keep reminding me to pick it up. As for what I'm streaming at the moment, I'm watching Love Live Season 2 on Crunchyroll. I just finished Non Biori, which was absolutely fantastic. Arguably my favourite slice of life show in any medium, not just just outside of anime as well. My favourite slice of life piece of entertainment. Non Biori was absolutely fantastic. Really funny. I might actually do a review on it because it's reviewing things that I don't actually own and just I've just streamed them on Crunchyroll. They're not usually things that I can review because I don't really have anything to show physically. But anyway, today's discussion, I actually wanted to talk about hobbies, particularly my hobby in anime and manga, and whether or not that's actually considered a niche interest anymore. Now, what I mean by that is anybody who has a hobby that is relatively unknown or not many people indulge themselves in it, and it's something that you could say is kind of exclusive to you and your sort of personality. That's what I mean by a niche interest. Something that not many people either enjoy or know about, as in the general populace, especially in the West or in the UK where I am. Not really many people that I know of watch manga and anime. It's not really like a household thing to do. You do really have to kind of go out of your way to find people who watch it. But in terms of the world, on a worldwide level, would I say that enjoying anime and manga is a niche interest? Yes and no. Now I'm going to explain both of those questions. I'm going to flip both the sides of the same coin here. Yes, it is still a niche interest in the grasp that if you invest wholeheartedly all of your time into this medium, whether it's anime or manga, you want to scratch the surface a little bit more to find out what manga and what talent is out there. You want to basically explore and expand your horizons to the medium of storytelling within anime and manga and find underrated gems. Then yeah, that will be considered a niche interest, but perhaps a niche interest within a niche itself. And also I would argue that enjoying anime and manga isn't a niche interest, because you do have your really popular titles, your One Pieces, your Naruto's, your Bleach. Well, arguably Bleach is not really that popular anymore, but your Fairy Tail, Hunter x Hunter, basically all these really popular shonen titles. Attack on Titan, they're basically like the top of the pops of anime and manga. They're like your pop music, if you will. And if you want to enjoy them series, then it can be argued that it's not really that niche of an interest because it's still quite mainstream, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's bad to be an elitist and a hipster and say, oh, you only like these really popular series. Well, oh, you don't know nothing about anime and manga because you only watch Attack on Titan and Naruto. That's not what I'm saying at all. If you only watch your popular shonen series, or you just what's readily available and what's easily accessible, then that's absolutely fine, because we were all there. I was there at one point, and these particular shows aren't bad. But I'm just saying that to only have a hobby in those really popular titles, I would argue wouldn't be considered too niche or too underrated, because it's like somebody who enjoys music. I guess as a comparison, You know, if you're really into music and you only really like pop music, or you know what's readily available on the charts, you know, everything that you listen to on the radio, see on TV, listen to on, you know, on Spotify or whatever. I don't know what, you know, people listen to, what medium people use to listen to these days, but yeah, if you're really listening to what's given to you, then you know you'd probably be considered just, you know, a casual listener. But again, if you want to scratch the surface, say like I really enjoy hip hop. I also enjoy metal. I also enjoy Motown. I enjoy loads of different genres of music. But if, say for example, someone says, I really like hip hop. I like Lil Wayne. I like Drake. I like Jay-Z. Then that's absolutely fine. But you're listening to what's given to you. You know, you don't have to look for that. It's all around you. But if you want to scratch the surface and then scratch a little bit more and keep digging, then you're going to find really rare talent. You're going to start listening to, you know, Pharaoh Monch, MF Doom, old school hip hop. You know, old school acts that, you know, pretty much don't really either exist anymore, or, you know, are so under the radar that they've only got like an exclusive number of fans and you know, a number of loyal die-hard fans that will, you know, basically stick in their corner, and you know, what really promote themselves to the extent, or you know, I don't want to say aspire to be really mainstream or, you know, massively successful, but they enjoy the moderate success that they've got. You know, in that niche market. It's the same with any medium. You can enjoy reading books. Everybody reads books. Books are universal, but if you're just reading things, you know, just like, you know, classics like Catcher in the Rye, or, you know, The Shining, Stephen King novels, you know, that are really accessible for you, and not scratching the surface and reading things, you know, that are, I mean, I don't really know about books, you know, you know, like novels or anything like that, but you understand my point. Anything can be considered a niche interest if you scratch the surface and really research the medium that you're wanting to explore, and you're wanting to find rare talent and hidden gems that nobody really knows about. And equally, nothing can particularly be considered niche, because everything within a given medium has its, you know, popular titles, or, you know, it's, you know, part of it will be really popular, that there'll be a large demographic that will enjoy a particular one or two or three particular things within a given medium. So, you know, it's a very vague question, that there's no yes or no answer to this question, and it's just something I wanted to discuss, and I also want to hear your thoughts on it as well. And I don't want to get into the debate about casuals and elitists, because that's just a completely different topic. I don't consider myself either. I'm not a casual watcher, I'm not a casual reader, because I do like to explore, you know, really underrated titles, as you know. If you know, that's probably half the reason why a lot of my subscribers subscribe to me in the first place, because I discuss underrated titles. But that doesn't mean to say that I like to keep these titles for myself and don't want to, you know, anybody else to read them for fear of it getting popular. So, you know, then I won't have a reason to say, well, oh well, nobody's ever heard of this. You know, I wouldn't be making videos if that was the case. I want people to read these titles. So, but yeah, again, completely different topic. I'm kind of going off on a tangent. But yeah, tell me your thoughts on this topic. Do you think anime manga is still a niche interest? Can it still be considered that? Because it is really a universal medium now, and it's known worldwide. Manga and anime is sold in just dozens and dozens and dozens of countries outside of Japan and in the West. You know, manga and anime is translated into so many different languages now. I mean, I think it was Owen's live stream, Immortalium's live stream, where his sister brought him over a copy of, what is it, a Czech copy of Attack on Titan, and it was all written in I don't know the language in the Czech Republic, probably just Czech, but it just goes to show, like, you know, the corners of the earth that manga and anime has reached now. It's just so popular now. Maybe not on a household level, but the popularity is there, and you don't really have to dig too hard to find that, you know, anime and manga has become such an integral part of pop culture, you know, especially with the advent of, you know, memes and, you know, things going viral and things like that. The internet really has helped that, I would definitely say. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on that. Now I'm going to go ahead and answer a few questions from last week's discussion video. I'm just going to bring those up for you now. Okay, so I'm not going to start in any particular order. I'll start with Nitrohawk. He asked me, is there any particular way you sort your manga collection? Also just wondering if you've heard of the Kurosagi Corps Delivery Omnibus that Dark Horse are going to plan to release. Yes, I know Dark Horse are going to be releasing the Kurosagi Corps Delivery service in omnibus format, 3 in 1s I believe, which I'm really happy about. Obviously I won't be collecting them myself because I already have most of the singles. But what makes me really happy about that announcement is that more people are going to be able to get into this series, and I'm going to be able to share my opinions with others on this series. Should it become a popular Dark Horse title, I do plan on reviewing the Kurosagi Corps Delivery Service, or at least what I've read up to, just to kind of I don't know, actually at least contribute to the hype towards it, because it's a really underrated title, and I feel it really needs more love and attention. In terms of your question, any particular way I sort my manga collection? Yes, there is. I don't do it alphabetically. I don't do it in terms of all the authors together. I basically just order them in size. I will start from the left and kind of go onwards. You can see the biggest book kind of leading down to the smallest book, and that's basically how every shelf will be. I'm not one of those kind of people who will have like loads of, I guess, sort of standard size volumes and then just like one, random big volume in the middle of it just to make it kind of looks like an eyesore to me. So yeah, I just like to order them in, I guess you can say, in trim size. The biggest one, and on the left, and then kind of making its way right to the smaller volumes, just to maximize shelf space, really. Okay, next question. What are some series that are what are some series that I viewed as great that you didn't quite like as much? I think I've said this in practically the majority of the times I've been asked this question. Elfen Lied, some people regard that as one of the greatest anime ever created, or at least that's what I've read a few comments on at least. I loathed that anime. I really did not enjoy Elfen Lied. The action, I guess, was okay. Animation was okay. The story was just terrible. Characters were terrible. The whole premise was terrible, and the execution of it was terrible. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, I don't enjoy Bleach. I don't know if you know that personally. I guess for regular watchers of my channel, they already know that I don't enjoy Bleach. I'm not a massive fan of kind of shonen series or shonen battle series anymore, for that matter. I've kind of got my fix of them, and I kind of overdosed on them over the last few years, and I'm just kind of dedicating myself to the ones that I already own, like One Piece, and I'm going to be picking up Maki as well. I'm going to be continuing with that after I dropped it. So yeah, I guess there's a small compilation of series that people enjoy that I particularly don't enjoy. I hope you're satisfied with those answers. Next question from Hillian Raptor. I think he's asked me a question on every single one of my Arch-ive videos. I really do appreciate that. That's really cool. Have you read Oyasumi Punpun by Inio Asano? No, but I will be reading that now that it's been announced that Viz will be releasing the entire series. Finally. So yeah, good night Punpun. Yeah, it's getting an English release in 2016, I believe. I think it's like, what, 8 volumes or something like that, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, now I'm finally going to be able to pick it up. It might be released in an omnibus format like they've done with some of Asano's other titles, like Solanin, which should be okay. I'm just really glad that it's going to be getting a release. It's absolutely fantastic. So I will be reading that and collecting that as soon as it comes out, because Asano is just a god, absolutely. Also, what are your thoughts on it? Obviously, I don't have any thoughts on it because I haven't read it. Did you ask me any other question? No, that was it. Okay, next question. What manga or anime do you expect to dislike or hate? I need to rephrase that. I need to reread that. What manga or anime did you expect to dislike or hated but ended up liking or loving? Okay, I kind of understand that. I can't really think off the top of my head. Anytime I buy something, anytime I buy a manga or anime, I mostly just blind buy. I don't really have any preconception of things that I buy beforehand, unless I already know that it's going to be good. If I've heard that something's bad, I'll either just not pick it up, or maybe I'll test it by buying maybe 1 or 2 volumes. But there's nothing really that kind of comes to mind straight away, as I'm very careful when it comes to buying, I think. Something that everybody hates but I like. I think I've got pretty good taste. I don't know. I'll have to come back to you on that question. And by come back to that, I mean I might actually make a video on that if I manage to find a corresponding anime or manga. By the way, that question was by Mr. Hat and Clogs 23. Thanks for that. Net1340. Do you have any plans to make more long-running series similar to Tezuka season? Unfortunately not. That isn't to say that I won't be reviewing any more Tezuka manga, I will. But in terms of an actual season of videos on my channel, I didn't quite anticipate how long Tezuka season was going to run, considering the few amount of videos that are actually in that playlist. What I'm actually going to be doing, because I was thinking of doing a Gekiga season where basically I was going to be reviewing Gekiga manga consecutively, but I don't think that will really work. What I'm planning on doing, if ever I do like a season, it'll be more like a spotlight where I might review like a few titles in one video rather than have it like a months and months long spanning series of videos. I don't really plan to do anything like that again, unfortunately, unless I can quicken up the pace of the videos. Okay, next question, if there is another question. From George Igualada, hope I'm not butchering that name. Hi, this is my question. Of all the manga series you have read, which one would you say has the best plot? Well, if you want to check out my top 10 manga series video, you can get a good idea there. But just off the top of my head, Vagabond, Parasite, 20th Century Boys, or anything by Naoki Urasawa for that matter. Some of Tezuka's Gekiga influenced manga like Meshes to Adolf, Ayako, Book of Human Insects. Mobile Suit Gundam has a really good plot. Akira, I could go on all day with this, I really could. A lot of the manga that I've read so far have had fantastic plots, unless otherwise stated in my reviews. Okay, next. Well, this is actually a question, it's just a statement saying Baccano is getting a UK Blu-ray release soon. I suppose that's good for anybody who's planning on watching that. I already own the series, so I don't plan on trading the copy that I have now, considering that it was a gift as well from Walking 00 Dead, or well, less of a gift, more of what I won in the competition. But yeah, I'm just going to keep the release that I've got so far, because it's the whole series and it's got the OVAs on it too, or the special, should I say. Okay, so next comment from Immortalium. Guess my question for next week, which means now, is are you considering getting into light novels anytime soon? That's a difficult question. Probably not. You can probably gather that from my reaction. I'm not a big fan of novels in general. I like a visual element to my stories, which is why I really enjoy manga. I have two light novels, the My Neighbor Totoro one, and an old Tokyo Pop one that I bought that I didn't realise was a novel, but decided to keep anyway. I will read them. If they spur me on to collect any more, then that's something that I will choose and decide as and then. As for now, I haven't decided whether that's a yes or a no, but it's most likely a no at this point because I'm just so centric around manga and anime. So again, that's something I'll probably have to get back to you on, Owen. Okay, so I'm really sorry that this video has been so long, nearly 20 minutes long. I'm going to try and edit this down, but thanks for watching. That's been Sunday Archive, episode 7. I'll catch you guys next week. Again, ask me all your questions, put them in the comment section below, throw me some recommendations. I can see you guys are throwing me some recommendations in the comment section below already. As well, I want to hear your thoughts on the whole, is anime and manga a niche interest anymore? So yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. Goodbye.